Buffalo Bills division. If you're asking me right now, who would I take between the two teams, I would take the New England Patriots.
If people did not think this
Week 15 featuring a crucial AFC East showdown that could have heavy implications on who takes the division when the 11-2 Patriots play host to the 9-2 Bills. Buffalo entering Week 15 sitting 2 games behind the 2-seeded Pats while occupying the second wildcard spot, looking to gain not only ground but maintain a spot in the postseason picture. We now welcome in CBS Sports NFL writer Tyler Sullivan, who has spent plenty of time out in Foxborough getting a first-hand look at the Patriots, who are now trying to make a push for the top seed in the AFC. But Tyler, when you look at both the Bills and you look at these Pats, where do they stand amongst the other AFC contenders?
Yeah, I think I put Buffalo and New England in the same bucket in the sense of it would not surprise me if either one of those teams is ending up in the Super Bowl representing the conference. In a year where we do not seem to have Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow in that conversation, you're going to lean on these elite quarterbacks. And right now, the two elite quarterbacks in the AFC are going head-to-head on Sunday in Drake Maye and Josh Allen. Now, in terms of where are they in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the AFC, I think I agree with Pete Prisco, who has the New England Patriots #1 in the NFL in his power rankings. I think they are the team to beat right now in the AFC. But I don't think the Buffalo Bills are that far off. Yes, they're still fighting for a wild card spot, but I do like them as the #4 team in the AFC. The only two teams I put above the Buffalo Bills other than the New England Patriots are the Houston Texans at #2 in my eyes, and then the Denver Broncos at #3, just because of those defenses. I think I like the Josh Allen in Buffalo better than teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Los Angeles Chargers. But again, would not surprise me if Buffalo or New England end up in the Super Bowl in a couple months' time.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year than what we've seen in years past. Maybe not the same case in 2025. But Tyler, it was 10 weeks ago when Drake Maye led a game-winning drive in prime time back in Week 5 that ended Buffalo's early season undefeated streak. And since, he has not lost a start and has the Pats in the mix for that #1 seed. What have you just made of his ascension since that win in Buffalo and also now developing into an MVP candidate?
Yeah, I think that game in Buffalo is really the embodiment of what we've seen Drake Maye blossom into an MVP candidate. You can see it here in some of these replays. The fact that he is rolling out to his right, making plays on the run in a broken down pocket in certain instances. I can remember in that Buffalo game, there was a couple of viral plays where he was rolling out to his right, throwing deep balls to Stephon Diggs, really under duress at certain points and still being able to get the ball out. And that's kind of what we've seen from him since that game as well. Just the overall poise of Drake Maye is what has stood out to me. And of course, the deep ball is arguably the best in the NFL this season. It's pretty astounding when you can see Drake Maye leading the NFL in completion rate, but also second in the league in yards per attempt. That goes to show you that he's not a check down Charlie. He's just not dinking and dunking his way down the field. He's taking deep shots and completing those. So to me, that's kind of been the thing with Drake Maye this season, the success outside of the pocket and of course that deep ball.
Absolutely. And I mean, despite the recognition that Drake Maye has rightfully received with the season that he's having so far, we got to be honest, we can't just overlook the reigning MVP in Josh Allen, who is coming off one of his best performances of the year in that comeback victory over the Bengals. But what's the Pats' key to just minimizing this Bills offense, who we have seen on several occasions, they have made some late rallies for some comeback wins?
Yeah, I think that there's a couple of different things here. Obviously, when you go back to that game in Week 5, one of the big storylines was that they were able to shut down the run. And James Cook, who has had a tremendous season, arguably, well, really not even arguably, the #1 option for Josh Allen in that offense, he was shut down in that game, 3.3 yards per carry. So to me, that's something that you could maybe look at and say, okay, the Patriots have the formula to take down James Cook. But here's the issue. In that game, the Patriots had Milton Williams, their big offseason prize that they signed to a big deal in free agency on the defensive line. He's on IR now. So and the run defense has been a little leaky over the last few weeks. So that's something to keep an eye out there. It is not the same defense that shut down James Cook back in week 5. They're missing a key figure on that defensive line. And the other area that I think we should point out is the tight end spot for the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, you have Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. Those are two key weapons for Josh Allen in that passing game. Patriots not that great against tight ends. So if Josh Allen is going to find some success in the passing game, keep an eye out for those tight ends.
All right, good to know. So we're bringing out some of the pieces that we maybe should keep our eyes focused on as we head into Sunday. But I want to get your X factor on Buffalo's side in this matchup.
Yeah, see, you go back to that week 5 game. What was one of the key stories there? That the Buffalo Bills lost the turnover battle 3-1. The Patriots scored 10 points off turnovers in that game. So I'm looking at the dude that was creating turnovers and finding the end zone over the last 2 weeks in Christian Benford for the Buffalo Bills. He has been, as you can see here, making clutch plays after clutch plays. And that, to me, is what's going to be key here. Because on top of those plays that we saw against Cincinnati last week, he was also doing a dang good job against Jamar Chase. And so when you have an offense in the New England Patriots that has a number 1 wide receiver in Stephon Diggs, who went for over 140 yards against this defense back in that matchup earlier this season, we're going to be looking at Christian Benford to hopefully create some turnovers, but also keep a guy like Stephon Diggs in check. So he is a guy to certainly keep an eye out on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay, so then if we're going to talk about Buffalo, we need to know who do we need to keep our eyes on when we're talking about the Patriots. So who would be your X factor for New England on Sunday?
It's a combination of Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. So really the running game for the New England Patriots for a multitude of reasons. One, the Buffalo Bills have struggled against the run this season. They are allowing 5.1 yards per carry, near the bottom of the league. And this could be key for the Patriots because over the last 3 weeks, they've struggled when they get in the red area. They're only converting on touchdowns in that 3-game stretch around 33% of the time. It's at the bottom of the NFL in that span, and that's a little uneasy if you're settling for field goals going up against a Josh Allen-led offense. That's not going to probably win you the football game. So if they can find success in the red zone via the ground, I think that goes a long way in helping the New England Patriots in this game.
They're missing some key pieces there on defense, maybe not so great against the tight ends. Bills, meanwhile, struggling a little bit against the runs, but Buffalo did open up the week as short road favorites by 1.5, a total set at 49.5. So do the Pats win their 11th straight, or maybe, just maybe, can Buffalo murky up the division race?
I do think it's going to be tight. Just as that spread indicates, this is going to be razor thin. But I do think the Patriots ultimately defend their home turf and get one step closer to clinching the AFC East, which is a remarkable development. Again, Buffalo was the heaviest division favorite coming into this season in the entire NFL. So this is pretty astounding what we're seeing. The key element here to me is the Patriots were on the bye last week, well rested, and as opposed to the Buffalo Bills, really a nail biter going up against Joe Burrow in the Cincinnati Bengals. The rest advantage goes to New England. And also, we talk about the quarterbacks, and rightfully so. I want to look at the head coaches, and I think the Patriots have the advantage here in Mike Vrabel over Sean McDermott, especially when Mike Vrabel's been cooped up in his office over the course of a bye week, specifically game planning for this matchup.
It's what a difference a year makes. Looking at a 4-13 team sitting last in the AFC East last year to now you are threatening for that top seed in the entire conference. It's impressive stuff with what we're seeing with the Pats, but we'll see how everything takes shape on Sunday to see if they can maintain that lead. As always, Tyler Sullivan, thank you so much for stopping by. Well, Pats and Bills highlighting an intriguing Week 15 on CBS, along with the Chiefs looking at